Tell the story of a location, possibly one that is very close to your heart that you already know well, or a new one that inspires your curiosity. Pay particular attention to your own connection to the location, however small or large that connection may be. Let's talk about Amsterdam. So, recently I went on a trip to Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, despite not having the seat of government of the Netherlands. And it was amazing. And, well, here's the thing about Amsterdam. Listen, before Amsterdam, I sort of had this laissez-faire view of recreational marijuana. I thought, hey, it's not hurting anybody, just, I guess, legalize it. Who cares? I'm not going to do it, but why would I stop anyone who wants to do it from doing it? After going to Amsterdam, my opinion completely did a 180. And it's weird. Typically when you hear, like, I absolutely hate something, and then you see the story goes, I absolutely hate something, they get exposed to it, and they're like, it's not that bad. You don't hear the story of someone saying, it's not that bad, then they're exposed to it, and then they're like, we should make it a lethal offense if someone does marijuana. Like, holy crap. I've never seen such an amazing city just ruined by the just government act of legalizing recreational marijuana. Like, holy crap. There are so many places in that city you can't walk without just getting a whiff of marijuana. And I know what marijuana smelled like long before Amsterdam. But it was just filled the air. It was ridiculous. I went from someone who's like, who cares, man? Do what you gotta do. To now I'm thinking, we need to get some jackbooted people down the streets, just dragging druggies off the street, just beating them with the butts of rifles. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you clean up Amsterdam. But besides that, Amsterdam was pretty cool. And I think the part about Amsterdam that meant the most to me was the freedom I felt while being in Amsterdam. Because I don't have a car. My first paying job was YouTube. And I've never had a proper job before, I guess. So I don't have too much money at my disposal. And I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in a neighborhood that was literally built on top of what used to be a cow pasture. So, nothing's going on here. There's nothing to do. That's why I stay inside on my computer all day, because I don't have anywhere else to go. I don't have the ability to go anywhere else. In Amsterdam, I had my hotel room, and then I could just walk out the hotel room, and then you had reliable and safe public transportation throughout the entire city, and a trains network that could go pretty much throughout the country. All I had to do was walk out my hotel room, and all of a sudden I had an entire country at my disposal, because they don't have an over-reliance on cars. When you have public transportation that's as reliable and safe as Amsterdam, who needs a car, It was great. I could go out. I just walked out, get on a tram, get on a bus, get on a metro, and just do whatever. Go eat at a restaurant, go see a movie, just whatever I wanted to do. And that was amazing to me. Like, all of a sudden I have all this freedom. And that's what really marked an impact for me on Amsterdam. All of a sudden I had freedom to do whatever I wanted to do. And when you're in Amsterdam, you have freedom to do whatever you wanted to do. But of course, Radix isn't living out on the edge, But, I could do whatever I wanted to do, like see Deadpool 2 in a Dutch theater. Which, by the way, I think there's this misconception that the movie was in Dutch. No, it was subtitled in Dutch, but this is a country where like 90% of the population speaks English, where the average person speaks just over 2 languages. Yeah, it wasn't no, they didn't have to dub Deadpool into Dutch. But yeah, just having that freedom. When I came back to my home, I'm just sitting in my room like, this sucks. I didn't get to go on. I didn't bring my computer to Amsterdam, so I didn't really go online all that much in Amsterdam. I just went out and did stuff like a normal person. Now I see why I'm on the computer and why I'm on the internet so much. Because I can't do anything else. And that sucks. So I'm really working right now to try to get a car and get a job, I guess, in the reverse order. Because I just want that freedom, just being effectively locked up in my room like some sort of prisoner all day. Then all of a sudden, you just go into another country, just randomly end up lost in the middle of nowhere outside of Amsterdam. Just that stuff was awesome. And that's what I really took from Amsterdam. And I changed so... It's not that I changed so much, it's just I sort of reactivated my old self. And it was awesome. Let's see, anything else about Amsterdam? Beautiful architecture, except for, the modern architecture. The chapels, the cathedrals are cool. But, the weird postmodernist stuff is a bit... So you got those there too, huh? Loved cobblestone roads. Just... So much about it I liked. A lot of it I didn't like. The Dutch people were probably the largest. On the pros and cons, the first thing on the cons part of the list would be the Dutch people. If we could kick all the Dutch people out of the Netherlands, make them sort of like the Jews when they were exiled from Judea. So you just have Dutch people wandering the world, trying to create a Dutch homeland. If we could do that, the Netherlands would be slightly improved. But, yeah. I like Europe. I like the visual aesthetic of Europe. I don't like Europeans so much. And somebody like, I love France, I love Europe, I love Germany. I can't... The amount of good conversations I've had with European people, and I mean people from the continent, on the continent, and even not like Great Britain too. Great Britain and Ireland, this goes for you too. I have not had too many good conversations with Europeans, and I apologize to the Europeans on the only countries I really like are America and Japan, and even America sometimes goes, Sometimes I think I'm better okay with, China and Korea, even though I don't like China and Korea. But let's move on. This is going to a strange, these are the countries I like, these are the countries we should nuke type thing, and I think we've gone off topic of how awesome it was that I could actually be an independent person in Amsterdam.